Hello, my viewers. Welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, what this video is about: Steelers versus Saints game review, post-game review. And we got the win. My score prediction was, I believe it was 20-17, but 20-10 is even better, way better. And I got my notes right here, quarter by quarter, a lot of things I liked and stuff, some positives, some negatives. So let's get straight into it. In the first quarter, the defense looked great on the first drive. TJ Watt making two big plays in the run game, and to see a guy just come out like he been like you can tell he's still not fully TJ Watt, but he like, you can tell he's very close. He's very close. Of course, he's gonna be a little rusty. He can get any sacks, but he made a big impact, getting pressures in in a run game, just getting back there and stuffing those guys and just making big plays. And he set the tone for the defense, and the defense looked completely different. Like it's kind of crazy. One guy can just come back and just change the defense. The defense looked different. It looked dominant, especially the front seven looked very dominant, and they played very tough football today, and they stopped the run well today. But the offense did look comfortable in the first quarter. Looked very comfortable, and like I said before in the video, I said I want to see the offense be balanced. I don't want to see us drop back and have Kenny Pickett throw the ball like 48 times, 50 times, and I don't want to see us run the ball a crazy. Well, it was success, of course, run the ball a crazy amount. But I like the way the offense was balanced. We balanced out with the passing game and the rushing attack, and we stayed committed to the run. And we had 217 rushing yards, the most in a long time. Because usually we'll shy off the run when like anything bad, like something bad happened, we'll shy off the run. We wouldn't run the ball anymore. But this game we stayed consistent with the run, and we just kept pushing forward. And we stayed dedicated to the run. You know, our offensive line is still not the best O-line in the world. But I told you, like, with the talent they got, with the guys we got out there, I feel like the offensive line can be solid enough to at least help us rush the ball 100, at least get 130 rushing yards a game. But today we got 217. They ran the ball well, and the 1-2 punch with Najee Harris and Jalen Warren was amazing. Amazing to see. And Kenny Pickett even getting in on action, too. He had 51 rushing yards himself. But Najee Harris had a big 32-yard run, and that was like that's basically what the game was on this game right here. Because I think he had about 6 or 7 plays of 20-plus yards. I think we was out there just playing very good football, and the play calling was better. We was playing more situational like football, knowing when and when not to do stuff. And we also played better in like executing the plays and the discipline too. Because the penalty, I believe we didn't have any penalties actually. If we did, it might have been one. I don't think we had any penalties. Unless we had one penalty. I think on Pat Fryer move. They said some ineligible man or something like that. But that's good because the weeks before we've been seeing a lot of well, not last week we had the bye week, but the week before the bye week we've seen a lot of like penalties, unnecessary penalties, ineligible man downfield, and the team was not in sync. This is the first game since week 1 I've seen the team play as a team and play in sync, and the penalties we only had one penalty. Like they played very good, played very well, and on defense, forcing the Saints on those third and longs helped out a lot because like. So we was playing very good on the first down, second down, and you get third and long. You have to like drop back and the pressure get in, and we make a big play. And you see the big plays on the sideline, those made by the defense, which gets me to I'm gonna skip past the second quarter, and gets me to the third quarter. No, actually the fourth quarter. 2 big interceptions that KZ made, that interception that he had from the tip up. Came in behind. I think Cam Sutton made the tip up, if I'm not mistaken, or it could have been Cam Sutton or James Pierre, if I'm not mistaken. But KZ ran in, got the pick. His debut. He's been playing. He played well. He hit that one penalty in the first. I believe that was the first. Was the first half? It did at the end of the first half. He hit that big hit on Chris Olave. But when KZ and Minka Fitzpatrick are on the field at the same time in different packages, that's gonna be very special because those guys can cover. And KZ, as you guys know, he led the league in interceptions back in 2017, 18 with the Falcons. So we know he can pick the ball off. We know he got good hands. So depending on the different ways on the field, going to help out a lot. And Leal Wallace making that big interception on the deep balls, one-on-one situation. Actually seeing our cornerbacks win man-to-man coverage and actually see them play in one-on-one situations, not get beat badly. We seen Arthur Marlette early in the game. Remember, Chris Olave had a jump ball. He had it in both hands. Arthur Marlette didn't give up on the play. He kept fighting and he hit the ball out. And in recent, earlier games in the season, we've seen big plays happen to us. Like Killer Witherspoon getting beat by Nelson Aguilar, and we've seen other big plays happen. That's like for example. But today we've seen a lot of our DBs, our cornerbacks on the outside, just go out there and ball out and play well. But of course, to get back on track, get back to the second quarter, Matthew Wright missed a field goal. He missed 2 field goals this game, and I thought we were gonna go for it in that one play. We really didn't have to go for it, but I was just thinking we was gonna go for it because can't really trust the kicker right now because Matthew Wright, I feel like he can't kick anything past 40, so he was out there. He attempted. I think he had a 34. He missed a 34 or 35 yarder, and he made a 30, 38 or something like that. But Matthew Wright looked a little rusty out there. I think missed the kick like that. Just like the accuracy is a little off. Like that, a little wobbly. The ball don't have enough power like that. So I think Chris Boswell gonna be out for a couple of weeks, a few weeks. So hopefully Matthew Wright can get it better, or they just find another person to come in to fill the role in. But in the second quarter, T.J. Watt was continued to look very good, look great out there. Like for a guy who missed was it like 7 weeks, missed 7 weeks of at action, to come back and to make a big impact like that is like very good. Like, it's generational talent right there. T.J. Watt is just a flat out beast. And as you know, and then I'll miss the scoring drive, of course. Kenny Pickett being patient on that drive and not forcing anything, using his legs, and of course George Pickens with the touchdown, the trickery. For some reason, the trickery has been working at the goal line. We've seen like George Pickens get the handoff. We've seen Chase Claypool throw a touchdown to Derek White. So the trickery has been working a little bit. But Najee was running hard this whole game. Him and Jalen Warren and Kenny Pickett. And George Pickens had a big run too. I think in the third quarter, I think after the half, the Saints had a little momentum coming in because they scored a touchdown, get the ball back first, and the defense go out there and make big plays and just go out there and stop them. And then we get the ball back, and we go down. And we had some good drives in this game too. I feel like we could have probably put up maybe close to 30 points. We missed opportunities, 2 missed field goals, and then actually the one touchdown we missed opportunity as well, because I think Miles Boykin on one of the plays. He had held, but he was open a little bit, but the O-line collapsed a little bit, so he had to run out and get a couple yards. And then Najee Harris on the wheel route, he was open, and I can't pick it through to him. He had it in both hands, kind of dropped it, came up a little short. It would have been a tough catch, but he had it in both hands, so I thought he would come down with it. But we missed some opportunities like that, so that's some little stuff you can maybe like clean up. But luckily, the team didn't like let that dwell on them the whole time. They came out there, they kept fighting, they kept pushing, they kept playing hard, and stay committed to the run game. And the run game helped out a lot. You know, having a run game always help your young quarterback out. And then we seen later in the game, Kenny Pickett at the goal line. You know, he do this straight up the middle, and I believe that's his third rushing touchdown of the season. Yeah, because he had 2 against the Jets. I don't think he had any other ones. I don't think so. So that's his third rushing touchdown of the season. So yeah, the team was playing. Everybody was in sync. It's the first time I've seen the Steelers play in as a team since week 1. I think, and of course, most of that can be due to T.J. Watt. Like I said, a guy coming back. Now, I'm gonna say 40% for T.J. Watt coming back, because like a guy coming back after injury in the season, we're 2-6 right now. But of course we're 3-6 now after the win. But 2-6, and like you're looking at like, man, he putting his body on the line. He coming back after injury. He really could just sit out the rest of the year, because the year don't look too promising. Now I know technically it's still a chance, but he could really sit out. He coming out here putting his body on the line and coming out here and playing and fighting with every fiber in his being. So I'm going to go out there and play like that too. And I feel like that kind of sent a message to all the defenders. They was out there playing well. And the team in general, the offense was playing well. Everybody was playing in sync. Like that kind of sent a message to them. And, of course, the penalty, like the discipline and executing the plays was a big part as well, because that right there just like taking the penalties away after the game and being more disciplined and being more in sync with your teammates, especially the O-line, being more in sync, and then executing the plays right, like the RPOs, you see them executed right, and being patient with the ball. Kenny Pickett, instead of forcing passes, he'll run. He had 51 rushing yards, or he'll just throw the ball away. That right there helped the team out a lot. And the 1-2 punch, like I said earlier in the video, Jalen Warren and Najee Harris, that was a great combination to see those guys. And like see how the Steelers utilize and not overuse Najee. I think Najee had 20 carries for 99 yards. Like that, to not overutilize him and like that limited like that, and then use Jalen Warren in the right way. It kind of reminded me of the Packers. Like I said, I mentioned the Packers all the time with the 1-2 punch with Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. Like those guys, like how they use them. I think A.J. Dillon had 900 yards last year, and Jones had 1,000. So like, if you can find a way to use Najee Harris and Jalen Warren like this consistently, we got the week. They're gonna help the team out a lot. Keep guys fresh and like change the pace too, because Jalen Warren got that quickness, explosiveness, and today we see Najee Harris look a little more healthier as well. We see him be more explosive and just be more downhill instead of being all fancy and cute with the outside stuff. Just get the ball, tuck it, put your head down, go straight up the gut, and he was doing that constantly, and getting down the field and making big plays. And yeah, the overall this is a good game. Of course, there's still little things you can clean up, like of course, like make sure you finish the drives with scoring points and stuff. But you can fix that up a little easier like that. But really this game right here was a nice game to see the team play well on all 3 phases of the ball. Really, they played well. They had 1 penalty on special teams. I think they didn't touch the the fair catcher. They touched him a little earlier. I think he got tripped up by James Pierre. But besides that, only 2 penalties the whole game, I believe. And all 3 phases of the ball, you played well. Defense played phenomenal. That's the defense we were expecting to play, like expecting to come in, because the highest paid defense in the league. And to see them go out there get 2 turnovers, and Alex Highsmith, relentless. He out there, he had 2 sacks, and he had a forced fumble. And he was out there just wrecking the game up. And T.J. Watt out there getting double teams, so you got to deal with Alex Highsmith one-on-one. T.J. Watt get in there in the run game, and then Cam Hayward get in there getting the sack. He had 2 sacks as well, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. This right here was a very good game for the Steelers, to see the Steelers go out there and strive and win this game. And like I said, it's put up or shut up, because really you don't, like I said, like technically you don't can afford to lose maybe 2 games like that. You be 9-8, and the way the AFC, like, a lot of teams are losing, and a lot of teams have like close records and stuff. You might have a chance to get in the playoffs at 9-8, but if you can go out there and just win all the games, then you won't have to worry about that. So hopefully we can continue on this pace. We got the Bengals next week. That should be a good one. I'll be live streaming that game. Of course, you know I live stream all the division games. All the division games, all the primetime games, we live stream. I was going to live stream the game today, but I decided not to, and I was going to live stream the Falcons, the Panthers game. I might, but I'm guaranteed to live stream the division games and the primetime. I think we put a Colts on Monday Night Football. I think it's the last primetime one, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Raiders one might not be primetime, might be a regular one. I'm going to live stream that one too, because that one will be a good one too. But yeah, Steelers win 2017. I mean 20-10. 2017 was my prediction, but 20-10, which is even better. Shut them out the second half and played tremendously. So yeah, go Steelers, and tune in tomorrow, guys, for Victory Monday for our game MVPs. I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.